well-known organising consultant makes it her mission to help people live lives that spark joy. Now, I haven't read her books, but those who have tell me that part of her advice is to declutter your life of those things that no longer spark joy. So it might be clothes, it might be material things, it might be old cards you've kept, basically the clutter in your lives. Now, for a sentimental hoarder like myself, this approach could be helpful and beneficial. My children would certainly think so, but it would also present me with dilemmas. What if something doesn't spark joy right now, but it might spark joy again in 6 months' time or a year? Could I take the risk and get rid of something that might spark joy in the future? What if those clothes that are too tight and too small now suddenly miraculously fit me in a post-lockdown world? Just this last weekend, I made banana bread. And when I went to make the banana bread, I couldn't find the recipe book that I used to use. So at some point, it mustn't have sparked joy anymore, and it's gone. So I had to find an alternative recipe, which I have to say turned out to be a little bit disappointing and didn't spark as much joy as the old one. So there is my dilemma. And the problem is really that while decluttering and being organised and being tidy are worthwhile and helpful, they will never give us true joy in life. And I don't know about you, but I want a joy that endures and is constant, not just a spark here and there. So how can we know joy even in the midst of difficulties and disappointments? Well, Lydia Brownback shows us how in her short On the Go devotional on the whole topic of joy. Lydia notes at the beginning of her book that we always, every moment, without exception, pursue what will make us happy. It may be a relationship, a certain home, a career path. Whatever it is, we devote ourselves to getting it, pursuing it with all our energy and with every resource that we have. Lydia reminds us that while we can delight in the material and relational blessings that God gives us, if we believe that our happiness is dependent on them, then we are really saying that God is not enough. We will never ultimately find the happiness that we seek in anything that this world offers, even the good things, because we have been wired to find it in God alone. Joy can be sustained only as long as its source remains constant. True joy, lasting joy, comes only from worshipping a sure thing or person, Jesus Christ. His joy is the only joy that lasts. And the key is abiding in Jesus, abiding in his love, abiding in obedience. Joy and abiding in Jesus are inseparable. And Lydia brings this helpful on-the-go devotional of just over 40 devotionals to conclusion by reminding us that our greatest source of joy is to comprehend God's love for us. This is also the primary need for everyone around us as well, no matter how pressing their earthly trials or troubles may be. God wants us to be gripped with the depth of his love, that love that sent his only Son to die in order to bring us near to him. When we grasp the depth of God's love for us, then we will know real and abiding joy.